Hi, I'm Abhinav Joshi, reference architect in the virtualization group at NetApp, and today I'll be spending the next few minutes talking about VDI sizing. Before I get into the details, I'd like to highlight that all the stuff that I talk about is covered in TR 3705 and the VDI sizing tools. So these two are the excellent resources that can help you in sizing VDI. The first question I get asked in sizing VDI is, how many seats can I put on a particular fast controller? And my answer is, it depends. Because to do the VDI sizing, you need to have an understanding of the performance and the capacity requirements. And for every customer environment, the performance and the capacity requirements are going to vary. For getting the performance requirements, you definitely need to have an understanding of how many IOPS should be considered for every VM. And there are multiple ways to get that information. The first thing to do is ask the customer. If the customer does not have that information on how many IOPS should be considered for every VM, then there are a bunch of tools that can be run in the existing desktop environment to get the performance data. NetApp data collection tool is available internally and to partners. Then there is VMware Capacity Planner, Windows Logman, and other third-party tools. Using these tools, performance data can be collected from the existing desktop environment and ultimately help in determining the IOPS that should be factored for every virtual machine. If running of these tools is not possible and also there is a time constraint, then there is an excellent white paper from VMware that has some generic guidance on the different IOPS that should be considered for different types of workloads. If the customer agrees, the number in this white paper can be used as the basis for doing the performance-based sizing. Having an understanding of the capacity requirement is very important. This essentially means getting to know the size of every VM, memory requirements, data protection requirement, the unique storage that need to be factored in for every VM, and the growth rate over X years. Knowing the size of the VM is very important. A customer can have all the VMs to be the same size, or the customer can say that 75% of my VMs are 20 gig and the remaining 25% of my VMs are 50 gig. In terms of the memory per VM, every VM requires a vSwap file that can be as large as the size of the memory. And this vSwap file definitely requires shared storage. So getting an understanding of the size of the memory per VM is very important. In terms of the data protection requirement, a customer may want to protect only the home drives, or they want to protect both the home drive and the VM C drives. So getting an understanding of that is very important because this will help you in determining how much storage you need to consider for the snapshots. Using the NetApp FlexClone and dedupe technology, the customer can achieve significant storage savings. But with time, each of the VM is going to consume some unique storage blocks. So having an understanding of the unique storage required per VM is very important. And last, in any storage estimation lifecycle, you have to consider the growth rate for X number of years. So that way, you can size your environment for the total estimation lifecycle. I'd like to highlight again that all the stuff I talk about the capacity and the performance requirements, it's captured in detail in TR 3705. Go through the TR and you'll find a lot of useful information in there. And also the VDI sizing tool is a real calculator that can be used to get the exact system configuration and the storage requirements. It takes the capacity and the performance requirements as the input, and the output is a system configuration with the storage requirement. I hope you found this session useful, and I'll see you again. Thanks and happy sizing.